Hey everybody, my name's Mansell. I just came back from Far East Russia where I was tracking wild Siberian tigers. Now, I've got plenty of stories and evidence of Siberian tigers taking on grizzly bears. But before I get to that, I want to share some specific facts about the Siberian tiger that I think you're going to find both fascinating and awe-inspiring. So the Siberian tiger is the largest cat in the world, one of the 6 subspecies of tiger that has habituated to Arctic conditions. One misconception is that because it spends time in the snow, it's white, and that's not true. In fact, white tigers are simply experiencing a skin pigmentation condition, and there are no such things as white tigers in a specific subspecies. Now, because the Siberian tiger lives in colder conditions, it follows Bergmann's rule. A same animal in a colder climate will be larger than a tiger in a warmer climate. So the Siberian tiger, same animal, tiger, as the Indian Bengal tiger, but bigger because it's in colder conditions. Now, if you can imagine this, an adult male Siberian tiger reaches 700 pounds. It is 4 feet tall and from nose to tail is 9 feet long. It's a behemoth in every sense of the word. The claws on a Siberian tiger are as long as a velociraptor. The fangs about as long as my finger. And aside from the venomous snakes in the world, it is the closest thing to a surgical blade that exists wild on this planet. Now, if you can't tell, I absolutely love wild cats and Siberian tigers. So when I went to Russia, I found this wild Siberian tiger fur from a female that we were tracking. There is something so uniquely special about touching the fur of a wild cat like this. So between this amazing cat and a grizzly bear, who would win in a fight? You have to think, a grizzly bear can get to 1,200 pounds. They are enormous, and in some cases can be even twice the size of a Siberian tiger. But we don't need to guess. This book, The Tiger, is one of my favorite books of all time. It's the reason I went to Far East Russia. In 1960, a man named Viktor Troinin got to witness a cat jumping on the back of this animal, smashing it in the head with its club-like mace claws. This is where it gets interesting. The tiger prevailed, motivated apparently by spite alone. When Troinin inspected the site afterward, he found an appalling scene. The animal had been eviscerated, its throat torn out, its nose sliced off like a razor. In the skull were scratches half an inch deep. There are probably plenty of situations where the grizzly bear does get the best of a young cub Siberian tiger, but a full-strength male versus a full-strength male, the Siberian tiger would likely win. If I had to put money on it, I'd bet on the Siberian tiger, and that's why they're considered gods of the forest. 2 quick things before you go. If you want to help Siberian tigers, there's only 500 left in the wild. Number 1, stop using disposable chopsticks. Believe it or not, most disposable chopsticks are actually from trees from the Far East Russian region, inadvertently killing the Siberian tiger. The other thing, stop buying furniture from any big box store. If you'll go to IKEA or Target or Walmart, you'll notice that they've got oak and other hardwood furniture that is incredibly cheap. And unfortunately, the reason why it's that cheap is because it's illegally logged in Far East Russia, brought to China, turned into furniture, and then ends up in our homes. When you buy furniture, try and find something that's local so that you know where it's coming from instead of a product that you have no connection to. As you can imagine, traveling across the world, chasing these animals can be a very high investment endeavor, and all of this is funded by Sacred Hunting. So if you would like to experience your own wildness with me, just visit sacredhunting.com, learn a little bit more about the in-person retreats that we do. And if you can't do that, just go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.